Hi, I'm David Zink here along with John Murphy, Prep Dog, and EPJ, Eric Paul Johnson, here to go a little bit over this week's pick'em for the championships, the CIF Southern Section, the Inland Division, and the Central Division. Correct, guys?
And the Eastern Division.
And the Eastern Division, for that matter. I apologize for that. First, we wanted to congratulate Manuel Parra of Fontana, who's had his second win in the last 3 weeks. This last week, he was 5-1. He picked Cajon to win the game. That was his only loss of the last round, and he had picked Cajon to win 36-34, and obviously they did not win, so that's the only loss. So congratulations, Manuel. Cards out of the way. There you go, John. Moving on, we're going to talk a little bit about the games. First of all, in the Inland Division, we have the tiebreaker. It's the score with the fans have picked Centennial 38-35 over 38-25 over Vista Marietta. 76% of the fans did pick Centennial. EPJ, do you agree or disagree?
You know, I gotta agree right now. Even though Centennial's, maybe had a few hiccups in the last couple of weeks, they've trailed in each of the last two games. I think they just have too much firepower right now. My predicted score right now, I have 41-24 for. Or no, actually, I went down. I don't think it's gonna be that high score. I said 34-17. So I just think right now too many weapons, and I think they've got their bad games out of the way. If 29-point, 19-point games can be considered bad games.
3 touchdown wins, you know, they could be bad games. I understand. And Murph, what do you think?
I was writing something on Vista Marietta this morning, and I was looking at, Centennial's log, and I think they're averaging like 57 points a game, which is a little otherworldly. I don't think they're going to score 57 points this week, and, I would bet my life on it. I think that Vista Marietta has a chance to win the game. I actually do. But I think that Centennial's going to have to make mistakes, and Vista's going to have to capitalize on them.
I think you're both wrong. I think the truth of the matter is Centennial's had a heck of a season, scoring a lot of points. Vista's had a very good season. I think Vista will come out and give them a good game for about a half. Centennial finally realized that this is their chance at possibly a state bowl, and they'll come out in the second half really strong and pull away. It'll be another easy win for Centennial. Sorry, Vista. Sorry, Coley. But I think Centennial will probably win this thing by 2-3 touchdowns like they have pretty much all year long. I know I'm going down a limb with that, but that's the way I think. So, you're both wrong.
You lovable madcap.
All right, in the Central Division, we've got Colton and Rancho Verde. Rancho Verde's hosting Colton. Rancho Verde undefeated at 13-0. Colton 10-3, and Colton gets no love. Rancho Verde 100% from the fans. Do you agree, John?
I agree that Rancho Verde will win the game, and I have picked against Colton the last 2 weeks, which I feel remiss about. I think that Colton is, this is a game that they can win, but they're going to have to play really well. I think Rancho Verde has a lot of athletes led by Champion and Pommy and the rest. So I like Rancho Verde, but I don't think they're a lock.
And EPJ?
I said this might be the biggest lock of a lot of them, even more than the Centennial Vista game. I like what Rancho Verde's done this year. They're obviously playing inspired. They want to win this championship in the memory of Emil Smith. And I just, right now with that offense, Colton's going to have trouble getting pressure on Travis Champion. Travis Champion, as far as I know, has not thrown an interception all year. He does not make mistakes. He's got a great group of receivers. So I see Rancho Verde winning this one big.
The one concern here is that last week we discounted Colton. Cajon had a lot of athletes. Colton, I know I've read from some fan sites and stuff that they tend to think they got a little bit lucky, but luck is what wins games in the playoffs along with a lot of effort. But they played a really talented team and came out on top. I mean, they can't do that 2 weeks in a row, or is it just too much talent for Rancho Verde?
I think Colton right now, they're a very aggressive team, especially defensively. They're going to try to go out after it, and we know Rancho Verde will throw some trick plays out there. I just think that Rancho Verde is going to take advantage of Colton's aggression and be able to get some big plays out there. So, and I think right now, like I said, there's too many weapons out there for Rancho Verde, with starting at the running back spots to the 4 receivers, for Colton to be able to stop everyone.
Well, the old football adage is, if you play ball control and defense, you can win it. I guess it's probably Colton's only way to get to it.
Yeah, so they definitely have to cut out mistakes. They're known, a lot of times, a lot of penalties. They can't have that stuff happen if they can't be going backwards if they want to go forward.
And in the final game, we have the Eastern Division final on Saturday. Elsinore's hosting Summit. Summit 10-2-1, Elsinore 11-2, and everybody loves Summit. 64% of the fan picks are for Summit. Elsinore's had a heck of a season, so Summit. I'm going to say both these teams are really battle-tested, and it's going to be a heck of a game. What do you think, EPJ?
Yeah, I definitely think this might be the most even matchup of all the title games right now. Elsinore very physical, led by that defense and Nolan Peralta and Jose Banda. But Summit, I think they have everything they want going right on offense since Bernard Porter came in at quarterback. And if Montego Alford, the standout running back, is 100% ready to go, he's only carried the ball 3 times in the playoffs. But if he can get out there, Summit's offense takes on another dimension. And I think that'll be enough for them to pull out the game.
Thank you. And John, what do you think?
I agree with EPJ on this one. I also like what Summit's been doing on offense. I like the fact that they're solidified with Bernard Porter at quarterback and Blackman, for the most part, at wide receiver, and then chipping in on special teams. I'm not a big fan of like movable parts when it comes to offensive guys, but now they seem to have things rolling in the right direction. You know, Elsinore, they really, I've commented on it before, they seem to have a swagger last week that I really hadn't seen against Murrieta Valley, and it does raise some questions in my mind. You know, are they just at this point just unstoppable force? But I still like Summit to pull this off.
I tend to agree with you guys. I do think though that it'll be a really tight game. Both these teams, obviously, Elsinore's come back on some teams. Summit's come back in their games, so they're both, like I said, pretty battle tested. That game time has been changed to 7 p.m. Saturday. Again, it's at Elsinore High School, and hope you get out there and support high school football in the Inland Empire. For EPJ and John the Prep Dog Murphy, I'm David Zink, and hopefully we'll see you out at the game.